people want relationships. They don't want a transaction.
What I call my title is Chief Concierge. I don't care if I get your business. Tell me what it is that you need, and I'll tell you how to get it. And whether it's with me or it's not, doesn't matter.
There are so many instances where it wouldn't cost them a dime to go a little bit above the baseline table stakes that would wow me. I'm just a means to them hitting their quarterly targets.
You get to decide how you're going to respond to what's going on around you.
The people and the businesses that really stand out are the ones who...
If I just get up in the morning and make money, what does that reduce my life to?
How do you do that?
I'm not a smart guy. I just don't quit.
What are your daily habits that help you stay productive as a high-performing individual?
You have an opportunity to enjoy whatever comes your way. You're either going to choose it or you're not.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Good Business. Guys, I am thrilled to have my dear friend, Henry Bryan from AAA Paving. He is the chief of staff and the guy who makes it happen at one of the fastest growing paving companies here in Texas. And I'm just so grateful, Henry, you found some time to hang out with me. You're a busy man.
Well, I'm delighted to be here with Clay Vaughan as well. I caught that pause, Clay, with, what time is it? No, it's really a privilege to be here. I wish that Reese could be here with us as well, and hoping he can make it next time, because we do such a great job together as a duo. But you're stuck with me today. Like,
hey, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. Okay. Well, first off, I appreciate the fact that you took a page out of my playbook and you wore my uniform today. I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you. Thanks for sending me the instructions before I got here.
You bet.
I did read them.
There you go. You did a great job. Yeah. You did a great job. Well, guys, Henry is, we've had a fun relationship over the past 3 or 4 years. Because the way it started was actually not how it's going now. I mean, when we first connected, Reese had hired us to come in and help with the brand message for AAA. And I'll never forget, like, you did not want to be in that meeting. You were like, I believe you used the words something to the effect of, I could be making millions of dollars right now if I were outside of this building. Something to that effect. And you're like, I don't want to be here. But by the end of it, you were saying you were saying something different.
I was.
And it's been just so much fun to see how you've helped grow AAA over the past roughly 3 to 4 years. And it's been an honor to be a part of that journey as well. But Henry, I'd love to just hear from you. First and foremost, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and a little bit about what you do at AAA?
Okay. So who am I?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably extrovert.
I would assume so.
Try to maintain a decent sense of humor when I'm not being overly anal retentive and serious. I take my job very seriously.
Yeah.
I take my friendships very seriously. I take my relationships very seriously. I try to take discipline very seriously. I try to be a very sober-minded person. But I enjoy kindred spirits, I think, like anybody does. Whether you're living in wickedness or you're living in righteousness, you tend to gravitate towards the people that you're most like. I like to work hard. I don't really consider work. I'm very fortunate in that regard. I think since I was in my early 20s, I was able to find some headspace to just enjoy work. I knew I was going to be doing it for the majority of the hours of the day for the rest of my life, and was very fortunate enough to just plug into a mentality that said, okay, I'm going to do this to see how well I can do it today. And then after a while, obviously, that becomes your MO. Yeah. And it's been a good one to embrace. It's led me to enjoy a lot of really exciting experiences, taken me to a lot of interesting places, met a lot of interesting people. I think the other thing I would say about myself, more, I say, local to the present, is that I just try to live day by day. I don't think too much about tomorrow. I mean, I have to because of the roles that I play. But me personally, I just I get up, I enjoy from the moment I get up to the moment I go to sleep, because I'm not given tomorrow.
Yeah.
And when I go to be with the Lord, I'm not going to remember or think about any of this. I mean, I probably will remember, but I'm not going to be thinking about it. I'm going to be, mesmerized by the majesty of Christ.
Yeah. I love it.
So this is a very unique stage for us, this life. And what we do for a living is like a stage. There are people watching, and what you do and say and how you go about your daily affairs and work, certainly, can change somebody's life for the good or for the bad. So I think there's a bit of healthy fear that comes along with that, right?
Yeah.
Aside from just wanting to do your best and exercise your skill, become proficient at something, which is hard enough, right? It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of responsibility, a lot of focus, a lot of attention, a lot of knowing how to ignore the background noise. And I'm, as a child, very ADHD oriented, and I had to learn how to push out the background noise. Unfortunately, that's, I'm sure a lot of people suffered as a result of me having to learn how to do that. In fact, I know that's the case. But by the same token, it's turned into something that's been beneficial, I think, both for myself and for those around me at work and in my personal life. So that's me.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that good enough as a
Sure. Yeah.
for you?
I'm going to double click on like 4 or 5 of those things, but yes, keep going.
All right. And then what was the other question? I'm a little bit older,
Yeah, no, you're good.
The hat's keeping the memory together.
Yeah. So what do you do at AAA?
Okay. So it'd be easier to tell you what I don't do.
Okay. That's true. That is true.
No.
Maybe give an outline of what AAA does and who they serve, and then we'll talk about you. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So AAA is a multi-scope civil company. The center of the bullseye would be asphalt paving. And then working out from there, when you're dealing with asphalt pavement, it's a system, okay? It's not like concrete where you pour it and you're done, because it's a rigid pavement. Asphalt's what we call flexible pavement. So asphalt's only as strong as what's underneath it. So, you're talking about the aggregate base or the rock. Most people just call it the rock underneath the asphalt that provides some stability. But if you don't take care of the soil, the actual earth, underneath that, then you can have a system as thick as this table is tall, 16 inches, and it can fail if you haven't properly dealt with what we call the subgrade or the soil. So there are different disciplines and scopes involved, different pieces of equipment, different skill sets, different knowledge bases that are very important in order to be proficient in any one of those things. So AAA actually, I would say, runs like 5 businesses in one, because you have to be very good at each one, and they're all different. They all have specific skill sets. Yeah. Yep. And then so that's the field side, right? And then the idea of knowing about it and being able to converse in a layman way, but also converse with engineers, and you're conversing with people that have no idea. So being able to vocalize that and eat the whale one bite at a time, help people through it. Yeah. Also, and that's just a technical side, Clay. But then there's the, what I would consider how can you put this? Knowing how to draw a roadmap. Is the best way I can put it. Yeah. So it's setting proper expectations. I've learned the hard way that if you don't know and put attention towards setting the proper expectations, you leave a void, and it gets filled with suppositions and assumptions, right? And you don't know the client has those things. You can't see into their mind. Yeah. So, whenever we're invited to the table, and that can be just somebody calling up and saying, I'm interested in getting somebody to talk to me about this. To me, that's being invited to the table. Yeah. So they're not calling me because they already know everything. Yeah. They're calling me because they want somebody. Well, they're not calling me, they're calling AAA Paving. But if I'm taking that call on behalf of the company, then I want to represent a knowledgeable position and educate the client. Whether or not we contract with them, to me, is, to be honest with you, is immaterial. Okay, that's part of the joy of taking things day to day and just doing things with excellence, is to make sure that you're taking care of that person, right? And that they leave that experience feeling comfortable. Now, whether they feel comfortable moving ahead with you or they end up doing that or they don't is immaterial.
Yeah.
Okay, it's about the quality of every minute of every engagement and doing, I don't know that I'm an expert, okay, but I'm pretty proficient in my skill set.
That's quite humble, because I think you're by far one of the best salespeople I've ever met. One of the most
You
intentional
haven't met many
relational
salespeople,
people.
have you?
Oh, no. I show them the door every time they walk to my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Kind of like me with you that first time, except I was inside the room, so I couldn't
Yeah,
show
I was
you the
like,
door.
no, there's the door. You can walk out. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
No,
the point is that we want to take care of people, right? People do business with people. They don't do business with a product. They don't do business with a company.
Absolutely.
All right, that's just a smokescreen thing. The core of it, if we get away from this, we've lost our directive.
Absolutely.
Okay, and if we get away with this, in my opinion, we've lost any sense of real lasting purpose, right? If I just get up in the morning to make money, well, what does that reduce my life to? All right. So, but if I get up in the morning to have a positive effect and influence on someone else's life, and I have no idea what that's going to bring by the end of the day, but that's exciting, right? That makes it motivating to learn your craft and to be skilled at it and be able to convey difficult topics in a digestible manner, right? And if you can do it in a pleasant manner, wow. Yeah. Now that's something to get excited about, at least for me. So my title right now is Chief of Staff. Right now, my title is Chief of Staff. Yeah. Okay, so what I call my title is not that. Yeah. What I call my title is Chief Concierge. Now that sounds real hokey, I know, but if you've stayed or even visited a really high-end hotel, like a 5-star hotel, they'll have a concierge. Yeah. And he has a specific outfit. And if he's really good at his job, he has a set of keys on his lapel, right? So that is a status of recognition as to his competency. Now, we don't go around wearing things on our lapels, but if you've ever engaged with somebody like that, and I've had some good occasion to do that in my earlier days, traveling a lot, they're incredible communicators. Yeah. They're calm. You get around them and you feel a sense of, man, I'm really being taken care of. I can drop whatever I need to on this guy, turn around and walk away, and it's done. I don't have to think about it again. Yeah. And the level of communication that comes out of that little cubicle or desk or whatever it's going to be is insane. Yeah. And so I think there's really something to learn. I've actually watched a lot of YouTube videos in the last 3 or 4 years about that because it was curious to me. And I do pavement. How can you conjoin a concierge of a 5-star hotel with somebody who does pavement? Well, you can. Yeah. And you should. In my opinion, every profession should have that level of quiet, reserved, but very controlled and strong confidence, not made up, not acted out, but a result of someone having invested themselves very deeply in becoming more than just proficient, being, almost melded with the information where it's just becomes second nature to you. Yeah. And if you can tie that, I don't want to get too psychological about this, but I'm trying to express it. I'm trying to express things that to me are knit. Yeah. Right. So there's a lot to unpack. Yeah. Right. So if you can tie that with this sense of you never met a stranger. Yeah. I don't care if I get your business or not. Not from an arrogant point of view, but from a, I'm not thinking about money right now. I'm not going to think about money through this entire conversation, and I'm not going to think about it after. Tell me what it is that you need, and I'll tell you how to get it.
Yeah.
Okay? And whether it's with me or it's not, doesn't matter. I'm going to help you get what you need.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, having that attitude, in my personal experience, not only gives you a sense of purpose, okay? Not only gives you a sense of accomplishment,
Yeah.
okay? Because you could hand me a check for $50,000 right now, and it wouldn't feel as good as the kind words that you spoke when you did the introduction and even before we started. There is something about speaking. I'm not going to go so far as to say words of life, okay?
Yeah.
But I will say a kind word, okay? That is, I don't know that I have a word to express what it means to me to receive genuine kindness from someone else. It's priceless. And so having that true heart towards people I don't even know, when I get the call, it's like, okay, they're about to talk to somebody who's going to take all their problems away so they can turn around and walk away and not have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
Whether they pay me or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I cannot be more sincere about that statement, okay?
Yeah.
They can't get to your front door fast enough. Your name, in terms of reputation, is going to volante, like a rocket. It's going, because that's so rare.
Oh man, you're so spot on there. I think, and it's not sadness, but it's almost a level of disappointment that I have when I engage with a business or with anyone for that matter, and I feel like they're not present, where I feel like I'm just another number, when I feel like they couldn't care less if my problem is solved because I'm just a means to them hitting their quarterly targets. And service, and I talk about this all the time, but like service is table stakes. I mean, if you're just saying like, I mean, you're about to stay, you said at the Sonesta down here in Austin.
By the way, thank you for the room. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, anytime. Got you covered. So you're about to stay there, and you go there if if you show up and the room is clean and they've cleaned the restroom and the air conditioning is on, it's not humid or hot in there, you're likely to be disappointed, because that is the baseline expectation. You show up to any hotel, Holiday, a La Quinta, a Motel 6, you go in there, the room better be clean enough, and it's got to have air conditioning. We're in Texas in the summer. So that is the baseline table stakes. But to your point, the people and the businesses that really stand out, that elevate themselves above others, are the ones who deploy radical hospitality that says, no, we're going to go above and beyond. We're going to break the mold. We're going to say, I don't care if I get your money. I care if I help you. And if I get your money, great. That's a plus. But my job is to help guide you to success. That doesn't happen. I mean, as I said when I first started out, like, I get disappointed because I've just desperately want to work with a business that would help me with that. Like, I'm working with a lot of contractors on my house right now. And there are so many instances where it wouldn't cost them a dime to go a little bit extra. It might cost them an extra minute, but it wouldn't cost them a penny to go a little bit above the baseline table stakes of service that would wow me. And I'll use an example. So we had a big storm come through recently. We had water coming in through our ceiling. The storm ripped it up. It was bad. I call a roofing company. I call 3 roofing companies actually. And I'm like, hey, whoever can get out here first, it'd be great. And the one that did show up, not only did he actually show up at 9 a.m. when he said he would, which, by the way, that's hospitality in the contractor space, because my expectation is he wasn't showing up until 11 because he said he'd be there at 9. It's sad that that's the situation that we're in, but he showed up at 9 when he said he would. And you know what he did? He actually said, hey, I can't help you. He didn't try to sell me something. He said, you have a situation that is outside of my skill set and expertise, and I can't help you, but I know like 3 guys who can. Let me text you their contact information. And he didn't just end with that. He followed up with me after hours the next day and said, hey, were you able to reach them? I want to make sure that you guys are taken care of. After we had already mutually agreed to the fact that he wasn't getting my money. Like, that is what true hospitality is. And now I'm going to be the biggest advocate of their roofing company now because of how he treated me.
Yeah.
And I very rarely get that experience. Normally people are just coming for my money and that's it. And so the fact that you have stated very clearly and eloquently that that's what you do just further emphasizes the point that people want relationships.
Yes,
they
do.
want depth. They want authenticity. They don't want a transaction. If you try to just go straight for the transaction, then what you're doing is you're having a race to the bottom. If you're going for a transaction, then you're going to have the lowest profit margin possible, and that is a terrible way to run a company. So, I mean, honestly, like I know I got on a little tangent there, but I love everything you're saying.
That's good.
And I think there's so much evidence in our world today that people are desperate for it. And it makes sense why y'all are winning. So
It doesn't take much. It is a sad thing.
yeah.
That can almost create a sense of cynicism
Yeah.
within a person. I know it did with me.
Yeah.
And it was not a difficult trench to crawl out of, but I realized I was in a trench and I had to crawl out.
Yeah.
It wasn't beneficial to me, and eventually wasn't going to spill out and be anything good for anyone else. But if you can see a silver lining here, okay, there's so little of it that those who are willing to embrace and engage, there's a lot. I mean, you stand out like a light in a dark room.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's plenty of opportunity no matter what anyone does for a living. Having said that, my personal perspective is if you do anything to become bigger or more successful monetarily, your headspace is in the wrong space. Okay? It has to come from the heart.
Yeah.
Okay? Otherwise, it's got, you can taste something. All beef don't taste the same.
True story.
All right? But it's all beef.
Yeah.
So it's the same sort of flavor when you're speaking to someone and you know they are through and through genuine and, not talking about money
Yeah.
or talking about it very openly,
Yeah.
okay? I found does 2 things. It gives you exclusivity,
Yeah.
okay? It's not just that you're having a topic, okay? It's the manner that you are conveying the topic that's the important thing. None of this is a single dimensional deal,
Yeah.
right? We're very complex creatures.
Yeah.
We pick up on things, right? And I'm not dealing with teenagers. I'm dealing with seasoned engineers
Yeah.
or seasoned general contractors or the city or a petrochemical plant or a railroad. I'm dealing with some pretty sophisticated clientele, right? And some of them want the lowest price. Okay,
Sure.
Those guys I don't talk to them more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm real clear. Okay. If you're looking for the lowest price, we appreciate your call, but we are not going to be the best fit for you.
Yeah.
Okay. There are going to be other people out there who can probably do that in a more palatable manner for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see this as a win-win. I'm not going to charge you for a Maserati, but I ain't going home on a tricycle. I know my value.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you a very good car.
Yeah.
It's going to get you from point A to point B comfortably. You're not going to have to worry about it. Okay. But you're going to have to pay for that car.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to drop it 1 penny.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the reasons why you are successful is because you're not shy about that.
No, not at
Yeah.
all. Look, you got to be people. People like sincerity,
Yeah.
and directness because it gets right to the bottom of things.
Yeah. People
okay?
don't have time for anything else.
Right. You don't want to be crass.
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
express hubris.
Yeah.
Right. That's not what this is about. But it's about I'm not here to play games
Yeah.
with you or from you.
Yeah.
And you know what the hardest thing for a salesman to say is?
No.
That's right. That's right. It's very, very hard for people to learn how to say no.
Yeah.
It's not just saying no, it's how to say it in a concierge sort of way.
Yeah.
Okay? Reese is really, really, really good at bending that light. That guy is a freaking prism.
And for everyone tuning in right now, Reese is the owner of the company.
He is,
multi-generational company by that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very much respect Reese for how he's
man.
led the team there.
One of them. You could live your whole life and never meet anybody like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've almost lived an entire life and just barely squeezed that one in. So,
Well, y'all are just going to have to tune in to next season when I bring Reese back on. So he had a conflict today.
He's a fantastic guy. So,
Yeah.
but you know, it's knowing how to say no, not just saying no. It's knowing under what conditions to say no. It's having discernment.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not going to read any book. You're not going to read library books about playing baseball and get out there and hit home runs.
Yeah.
Okay. And the same thing is true with discernment or other characters that come from a walk with the Lord that is built on humility and obedience. So start there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then be prepared for a slow journey.
Yeah.
Look, everybody wants to get over the other side of the mountain and spend their time in the vineyard. Okay. And there's a lot of people that are, there's a whole market, there's a whole culture based on finding the fastest route to the nearest helicopter
Yeah.
to get over the mountain and at the vineyard. Okay?
Preach it, man.
Well, this is a fact.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, obviously I'm using allegory.
Yeah.
Right. But I might be able to climb those stairs and come back down without breaking a sweat. But the point is, when you learn that the beauty of life is in the journey over the mountain, so you can appreciate the vineyard. If you never make it to the vineyard, that's okay. Start climbing.
Yeah.
Okay? And be grateful that you have the opportunity to climb.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something to be, in my opinion, motivated and encouraged by.
Yeah.
Right? We're chasing the things that are so fleeting, and there's nothing wrong with having money. There's nothing wrong with having nice things.
Yeah.
Okay, but as Reese so aptly illustrates, this is how you hold on to it.
Yeah.
With an open palm. That's probably one of the most eloquent and beautiful examples I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's simple, right? But Occam's razor.
Yeah.
Just keep an open palm. That's not you. That's not who you are. That doesn't make you successful, okay? Success, there's 1,000 filters.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to pick?
Yeah.
Are you going to pick the filter that says, the Lord says, good and faithful servant? Okay? That's successful. There are people out there wiping tables down that are successful.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there are people out there driving around in all the good toys and have the good life, quote unquote, that also are good and faithful servants.
Yeah.
All right, that know how to hold on to it with an open palm. There are a lot of people have made, fairly significant fortunes, not just wealth, but fortunes. And started from very humble beginnings and have that, my father's generation, I mean, nobody of that generation, nobody came out of there just throwing money left and right.
Yeah.
Okay. They grew up, you grew up in the Depression. I mean, it was part of your genome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where
how far the apple falls from the tree.
Oh my
One
gosh.
generation later, and I'm out here,
Good thing they can't see us now.
we're going to tip on going to leave. It's fun to do nice things when you have the capability to do that. But again, being proficient in handing pieces of paper printed in green with somebody's face on it, that's fiat currency. It's only worth something because you and I agree it's worth that.
Yeah.
Different coffee talk. Any idiot can do that. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Who can genuinely have a heart to speak kindness to someone, respect to someone, show humility because they really are humble, because they look at life through the lens of, I am worthless without the Lord.
Yeah.
I've got nothing on this guy. I don't care what's going on with him.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of the day, nothing separates me from this guy. Zero. I could be in his shoes. I mean, Job.
Yeah.
One day. Hey, your kids are dead. Hey, your businesses are gone.
Yeah.
Hey, your family's over. Hey, you got boils. Hey, you don't smell good.
Yeah.
You want another piece of clay to scrape yourself?
Yeah.
One day, man. But we need to be cognizant of how tenuous our success is.
Yeah.
Enjoy the nice things. You're free to enjoy the nice things, okay? But try not to wear the necklace and have the necklace wear you,
Yeah.
right? Those trappings can become, trappings.
Yeah.
Right? And we choose to be enslaved to those things without even knowing it.
Yeah.
Our flesh wants to.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a battle, man. So there's a skill set to knowing how to enjoy something but not being tied to it.
Yeah.
But I think there's a greater reward that we would be wise to pay attention to.
Yeah.
I know I would. Okay,
Yeah.
that says I'm going to practice my craft in a way that brings a very high level of service. And I'm going to be satisfied with that.
I love that.
I'm going to be as good as I can be. I don't care about being the best in Texas. I don't care about being the best in the United States. I don't care about doubling the size of the company. I only care about one thing. It's the same thing I cared about last year. It's the same thing I cared about the year before. It's the same thing I cared about yesterday, and it's the same thing I'm going to care about tomorrow. I want to be the best I can be today, right now.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it, man. And let the chips fall where they will. Why is that so hard?
Because it is scary to say no. It's scary to turn down opportunity. It's scary to say, I don't want to take this opportunity because it's outside my values, or because it depletes my resources to serve a different client. That's what you were saying earlier. It's like I think especially on highly motivated individuals, we are always looking for wins. You can call it a dopamine hit or you can call it something, but we're always looking for that next win. And if that is our ultimate goal, whether it's to close the next deal or to buy the next car or to go on the next trip or to take a photo and post on Instagram that you're on a private jet or something like that, if that's our goal, then we'll be chasing something fleeting. And to your point earlier, getting over that mountain, if we don't do the work to achieve the vineyard on the other side, we're going to be bored of that vineyard quite quickly, and we'll be looking for the next one because we didn't earn it. And so I think working hard, focusing on who we serve, why we do it, and the parameters in which we're going to do that, and not sacrificing that unless God literally says, no, you got to serve that customer. Unless we're doing that, we're not going to be fulfilled. People try to separate our faith and our work and say separation of church and work, just like the separation of church and state. But the reality is it's impossible. It can't be done. And if you try to, you're denying the identity that God has given you. And so whether you preach the gospel at work or you simply live it out by owning those belief structures of how you choose the clients you serve, or you say no to the clients that you won't. I think that's so critical. And it ties into my next question about just this identification of emotional quotient, EQ versus IQ. So you have talked a lot about the value of EQ in sales, in building relationships, because that's what someone in sales is supposed to do, is they're building relationships. But where do you think the IQ comes in? Does that have to equally be as high to be successful? I know that's a kind of an outlandish question, but
Define successful in this context.
well, in sales.
Okay.
So, I mean, you are selling a highly specific project or product, where if you get the numbers wrong,
I'm selling rock and dirt. I mean, I don't know that it's highly specialized.
okay, all right, rock and dirt, there it
You
is.
can get it just about any corner you want these days,
Okay.
but it's about, I mean, it depends on who you're selling it to, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same stuff. It's a matter of, can you install it? Because this particular profession at this particular level begs a certain minimum of the IQ.
Yeah.
The EQ can, kind of take back seat, but I mean, we're just talking about raw,
Yeah.
totally secular position here, but yeah, I mean, look, it's not so much what you know as how much you know about conveying what you know. Okay, so communication is king. It's everything.
Yeah.
How you say it, what you're saying, the rhythm that you use, all those convey a sense of confidence or doubt,
Yeah.
or exasperated. I'll get to you. I got so much going on. I don't want to do business with that guy.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you just take care of business and don't worry about me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give that guy my problem,
Yeah.
my challenge. He can be the smartest guy around. He doesn't have the bandwidth to deal with me, and I'm paying for bandwidth.
Yeah.
So the IQ, you gotta be plugged in. I'm not a smart guy at all. Okay, that ought to be apparent by now. If it isn't, you've edited this thing really well. But I just don't quit.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to be the best I can be in articulation, in listening, comprehension, but just basic discourse.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going to be 30 years old and know how to do all that stuff. Christ, yeah.
Yeah.
But he also created the universe. Okay, he spoke it into existence.
Yeah.
I think he had a head start.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the average guy, these things take decades, in my opinion, to cultivate. Just because I say that, just because I've met some really smart people in my career, I've met very, very few calm, reserved, confident, articulate, knowledgeable, kind. Very, very few. When you meet somebody like that, you go, okay, that's the model. I've met a lot of people who had really undesirable skill sets, except for one or two things.
Yeah.
You pegged it, right? You got it pegged. And then you're like, okay, I'm not going to throw the whole baby out with the bathwater. This one thing this guy does or this woman does so well, right? I'm gonna kind of just pay attention to that. So, it's, again, discerning and being able to separate out. I think even that comes with age. It did with me.
Yeah.
That wasn't something that I just, if I didn't like the way somebody approached something or didn't do something the way I thought it should be done, didn't meet my expectations, then I would tend to just, because I didn't have the maturity
Yeah.
quotient. So you got the MQ as well, right? So I think that there are a number, really, it's not just a spectrum, it's a plethora of factors
Yeah.
that we can apply to each one of these. But since we have a limited amount of time, I'll leave it at this. Enjoy day to day.
Yeah.
Okay? It's all you know you've got.
Yeah.
All right? And you have an opportunity to enjoy whatever comes your way. The struggles, the benefits, the blessings, the difficulties. You have an opportunity to be grateful. Okay? You're either going to choose it or you're not.
Yeah.
Okay? You have a choice. You get to decide how you're going to respond to what's going on around you. When you lay your head on the pillow at night, if you're thinking about your day and it wasn't quite up to snuff, that's nobody else's fault but your own. Stop chasing money and start chasing the one who made you, and everything's going to be fine.
I love that. And for clarity, the one who made you.
The Lord Jesus.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Amen.
You know, that
All things
segues.
came into being by him, for him, through him, and to him. Nothing was made except that he made it.
That includes everyone listening in and you and me. And I love it. And I think God has wired all of us differently. I mean, one of our previous guests on this season was a man who has been incredibly blessed, really good exit from his previous business, and he has really leaned hard into supporting business owners and leaders who struggle with ADHD. And they're some of the highest performing individuals. And he said something that stood out to me. It was, it's not a superpower. It's just, we just have different strengths and weaknesses than everybody else. That's all. And I think that folks like yourself have a very high performance mindset. And I want you to talk about that superpower, that strength that you have. What does it tactically look like? And I mean, just what I have in my notes here of what you've said over the years, and I think my mic is dropping a little bit. What you've said over the years has been like, oh, I'm in the office at 5:30 in the morning, 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m. I mean, just this morning you woke up at 3:30 a.m. Like that's not normal. And I would love to know more about what your not normal looks like as a high-performing individual.
Well, high performing. Oh boy, here we go.
While you're thinking about it,
Okay.
I not only just your start to the day, but how you structure what your drive is, what your purpose is, why you are so committed to AAA and serving the team, and how you're able to take on chief of staff and be a utility player that steps into key roles to ensure a $25 million, $40 million company is thriving. Like, how do you do that? Teach me your ways.
I didn't know I did.
Well, I'm not doing it. That's for sure.
I don't know, Clay. I think that I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your sentiment, and I appreciate your friendship.
Yeah.
But does anybody know how to answer a question like that? I don't think of myself that way. I don't see myself that way. I don't serve AAA Paving. Okay, that's the stage I dance on right now. That's it. Okay, I pursue excellence. I serve excellence, and He who is excellent.
Wow. Well, there's
So
the answer right there.
Oh my gosh. It doesn't really matter where I'm dancing.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't mean to make it sound trivial
Sure.
or disrespect the office.
Yeah.
But my state, sure, I mean, I'm 57 years old. I've been plugged into business for a long time. You tend to learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
Some of those lessons come easy and some of them don't.
Yeah.
And then you have the things that come about in your personal life that mold you, if you let them. And that all gets, in the aggregate, it makes you who you are. So, let's see here. trying to break this down a little bit. You're asking whenever someone
I
asks
asked
something,
like 20 questions in the same question.
Whenever someone asks a question, there's always something to unpack.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a matter of, okay, let's prioritize what's the most important parts of this to unpack, and then leave it at that.
I mean, I'll read the exact note here.
Okay.
What are your daily habits that help you prioritize effectively and stay productive as a high-performing individual?
That's a good question. That's actually a very poignant.
I should have just read from my notes. It's better than me riffing.
No, you're good. You're good. It's all genuine. Well, getting up at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning is a really big deal to me.
Yeah.
But it's not like I go, oh no. I'm like 99.5% of the time. When that alarm goes off, I'm like, whew.
Power's on.
No, it's over. Time. Okay. Well, apparently I'm good enough. I mean, the alarm just said I was. So let's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right? Now, it's not like I'm skipping to the bathroom to brush my teeth. It's kind of slow. But I would get up at 2:30. Except today's show is brought to you by Starbucks. They open at 4. And it takes me, from the time I wake up at 3:30 to the time I get to that window is 32 minutes.
That's fantastic.
So I'm like the second guy. And it's like, good morning, it's Starbucks. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, see you up at the window. We don't even talk anymore.
That's amazing.
Because I'm the first guy there. Who is this idiot that comes over here and gets 4 squirts of peppermint in his coffee? And I was destroyed when they ran out of, will you please bring the vanilla scones back? The petite vanilla scones, 4 to a pack, 1 pack, easy, just drop it. Please, Starbucks, I'm begging you. I'm suffering here. I've heard that you're bringing it back. I'm not seeing the results. It's hurting me. It's hurting my company. So yeah, that's a big deal to me, Mike. I haven't had much of vacation in 4 years. Let me see if I added it up. The actual vacation, right? Maybe 7 days?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need one.
Yeah.
People are like a lot of people I talk to, you really need to take a vacation. You should, people that don't work with me. I'm not talking about like my admin director coming in going, you really need to take a vacation. But people that, normal. Because you asked me, I think, what was my normal, right? My abnormal normal. That's a big one. Yeah. I think most people would just be like, this guy's out of his gourd. But you'd show me how many people get up at 3:30 and go, wow, here we go.
Yeah.
What am I going to do if I go on vacation? Nothing is as exciting as getting up with a sense of purpose and a sense of intention and not tension, intention, okay? An excitement, a motivation. It's like Christmas comes every stinking day.
Yeah.
There's presents to be unwrapped, bro. How are you going to take a vacation from that?
Yeah.
You think I'm kidding? I'm dead serious, man. And now, if I didn't have coffee, it'd be tough. I've got a coffee maker at the house, but, it sits there and looks pretty on the counter.
Yeah.
And maybe at night I'll make a tea. But, I've got a routine, right? Just like anybody else. And I'm usually walking in the door of the office 4:28, 4:30, 4:32, somewhere around there. It's just, there's nobody on the road. I can't get stuck in an accident. I mean, who else is up? Nobody bothers me.
Yeah.
I've got no calls, no texts, no emails. I've got nothing. I've got about 2 to 2.5 hours before the clouds start to open.
Yeah.
And I got to go dance in the rain.
Yeah.
Right? So like this morning was a little bit odd, a little bit more unusual. I got my first text at 4:30. I got my first phone call at 5:30.
Because they're wise to your schedule now.
No, these are actually people that work,
Yeah. They know you're in the present. Yeah.
But there's this wonderful, it's not like, oh, why is this? No, it's like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's excitement because so I'm seeing someone, look, when you get to be 57 years old and you look down, not down, but you look out, right back at the people that are in their 40s and in their 30s and their 20s, and you see people who are trying, it is incredibly encouraging. It is so nourishing. I mean, it's like somebody poured oil on you. It just soothing. And I mean, it just fires me up like that. And it's like, of course, I want to just bend over backwards to help these people. What can I do to help you?
Yeah.
To encourage you to continue in that envelope, right? I don't want to create people or create a desire within people to work 16 and 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine for me, I guess, but that's not my motive. My motive is to entice, to lure people in, whether they work for the company or they don't, just through behavior and maybe the, what can I use the term, infectious optimism of someone who just loves being alive and is free from the definition of success as it applies to money. I tell you, dude, when you get through that, life hits a tier you cannot fathom. All that stuff just goes away.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, we have to be responsible. We have to pay our bills. We have to live. I'm not saying that you become irreverent towards the basic responsibilities of living in the flesh, right? But what I am saying is there's so... Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Okay. This is big to me. Life-changing big. And it's scriptural, but it's not scripture. Okay? And there was a time in my life where I would be like, no way. Unless you're using the scripture, man, I did not have it going on at all. So stop looking at things the way you think they should be. Stop looking at things the way you hope they will be. Stop looking at things the way you think they could be. Stop looking at things the way you think you want them to be. Stop all that. Start looking at things as the way they are. Buy into that. Now, just to do that, you've got to lay a lot of stuff down. Look at things cold, hard, raw. Here it is, the way it is, okay? Accept it.
Yeah.
And then you use that and you will walk solid, okay? Now, the way I just expressed it could be used in an extremely worldly manner. You wouldn't have to know anything about the Lord. And it would probably still bring you some benefit, that
Absolutely.
thing, because it just carves out all the fog.
Yeah.
Right? But when you start putting the holy, righteous dynamic to that, okay? It's very profound, to say the least. But just from the perspective of purely carnal, the physical realm, if you will try to apply that, really, in 3 days, you'll be calling me saying, this changed my life. You know how I know that? I had a guy who knew nothing about the Lord say that to me one time.
Wow.
And I thought, he's got something there. And I said, can you say that again? And I got a pen and a piece of paper and I wrote it down. Something just sounded right about this. This is too easy, right? But it's Occam's razor again, right? So I, that day, started doing this and just evaluating all of these thought patterns, the way I perceived things. How many things, in other words, how many viewpoints do I have that are created by the nature of the way I expect things to be, or want them to be, or think they should be, or think they could be? Okay? None of those things are looking at things the way they are. None of them. But they're easy to chase
Yeah.
When you take all that fluff away and you just look at the grain of sand that's the reality, well, that's something that I can build on. Everything else is smoke and mirrors. That is reality.
Yeah.
Okay? You start building with what? One grain of sand? I mean, in a week, my life was totally different. I started telling other people this. Within 3 months, I maybe had told 12, 15 people, because it wasn't just not just like blasting it out there, sorry, right? But more poignant,
Yeah.
right? I had 6 or 7 people come back to me within a week of me telling either one, some of them 3 days. This changed my life.
Yeah.
So simple, but so profound and so effective. And, you know, I applied that to my personal life and to my business,
Yeah.
right? And then they amalgamated, right? And it just became the way I'd pursue things. One other thing I'll share with you. One day at a time.
Yeah.
Just keep it simple, one day at a time. You can plan for tomorrow. You should plan for tomorrow. That's very good, all right? Don't live there.
Yeah.
Have a plan B, have a backup plan. One more thing. So if that's 1, 2, one more, and then I'm going to stop. All right. These are the 3. You asked me in the beginning, tell me about you. And let's talk about myself. I hope we just didn't get that spittle on camera.
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
I don't think so.
I don't know. The
think we got
digital
it.
quality of these things is pretty high. But the other thing is, you know, you've got controllables,
Yeah.
uncontrollables, and then you got semi-controllables in the middle. Your controllables are how you respond to things and how much time you spend preparing for what you know is likely to happen. You don't do that. 98% of success is preparation,
Yeah.
okay? You're not going to succeed if you're not prepared.
Yeah.
And preparedness, really good preparedness is a skill set. That comes with practice and only practice. You can read all the books in the world, you're not going to get it. You have to fall down.
Yeah.
And you have to get so used to falling down, you look forward to falling down and are actually grateful for falling down because of what it's going to teach you.
Yeah.
You have to get in that headspace or you can forget it. You're going to be complaining, whining, cynical, and all of these would, could, should, expect wannabes. You're a wannabe. Okay? So the uncontrollables, don't worry about. You can't control it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Don't live in the threats box.
You are wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your attention. You're wasting your focus. I mean, all of that stuff, gone.
Yeah.
The semi-controllables, learn how to have discernment to pick up on them. When is that ping, you know, on a tuning fork that's 5 miles long? Get used to what that vibration, you know, I don't want to get, it's not, I don't mean it in that context, I really don't. But I mean, I hope you get the illustration, right?
Yeah.
Have it, build a sensitivity to, okay, like in my business, for instance, I'm watching the weather a week out.
Yeah.
Okay, no one watches the weather a week out, except guys in my position in my type of company, because everything's weather pending.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've scheduled people, and they think you're coming, or if it's the railroad, they think you're going to get a certain thing done by a certain date, right? And some clients force you, like the really big boys, they force you to insert weather-oriented events in your time schedule at the beginning of the job. They want that buffer, okay? But if you don't have it and you haven't planned for it, you better know what's coming so you can alert the back channel going upstream, right? I'm way downstream. There's a lot of people downstream from me, okay? But if you're not recycling information back upstream, then you're not helping them set correct expectations. They don't know what's going on in Houston. They're in freaking Omaha, okay? Or the CM's in Denver, okay? Or Arkansas. These guys fly in and they fly back every week. They're not watching that. It's your job. So do your job. Go through all, and to be honest with you, if I don't get in the office at 4:30, I'm not gonna cope. I need that head start. I need to be 2 or 3 hours ahead of my guys so that when they arrive at the shop, I'm already an hour and a half into, burning the candle. So I can respond quickly. That's why they call me. So I'm a concierge to the men in the field, to my coworkers in the directorial positions, to my clients, to my owner, right? To the owner, of the company, and to myself.
Yeah.
I want to be good to myself. And who likes confusion? I don't like uncontrollables. They're going to happen. They happen today. I don't like semi-controllables. It's unavoidable, man. So expect it. Learn how to deal with it. Okay, I got one more thing. I'm sorry.
No, bring it.
I really did not expect to talk this much.
Hey, well,
and
that's
most of
why
the
I
people
invited
that
you
know
on.
me are going, yeah, sure, Hank.
Sure you weren't expecting to talk this
you
much.
didn't expect to talk that much.
Hey, there's a reason I put you at the very end of the day. I mean, there's nobody after you. We can go as long as you want, man.
So I think I just lost it, but it'll come back. There's these little tidbits that I don't even think about.
Yeah.
Okay. I just do it. Okay. And then I realize, how would you vocalize that? And it just comes up. So maybe I don't have one more thing. Maybe it'll come later. So I lost it. Sorry.
Well, if it does come back, I'll make sure it gets in the bottom of the show notes. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
I'm so sad because we are over time, but I have loved this. And I know everybody else has as well. If you're tuning in, I'm sure y'all have been just taking a ton of notes. But the main takeaways that I have from everything that you've shared is consistency, contentment, and obviously leaning hard into excellence and doing it for God's glory and not your own. And if you can be in those three categories, I think you're going to be a winner. So, because you obviously are. So anyway, Henry, thank you so much. I know you are a busy man right now. So
Good to see you,
I
Clay.
appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you on, and we'll definitely have you back to maybe bring that third tidbit and anything else that you bring in the meantime. But it's not only an honor to have you on, but it's an honor to serve alongside you and helping AAA grow. And
you're a blast to work with, man.
Oh man,
such a great model to me.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And so we're honored to continue to support AAA and that ongoing growth and achieving our annual goals, our 3-year goals, our 10-year target. I mean,
I don't
it's
have to
happening.
look at your invoices, so I can just enjoy.
There you go. Yeah, that's for Reese to worry about. But yeah. So everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to connect with Henry, he's not on LinkedIn. Not yet. Am I going to get you on LinkedIn? Never will be. Okay.
No Facebook, no LinkedIn.
All right.
Nothing.
So
if you don't know me, you don't know me.
Okay.
We'll meet sometime. Come find me.
Absolutely.
Get my phone number from Clay. Call me up.
He loves to hang out at the Blend in the Woodlands. If you enjoy a good bourbon and cigar,
come on.
And
good
then
lamb chops.
And the lamb chops. It's fantastic. But if you do have any paving needs, these are the guys to talk to. I mean, seriously, hit them up, AAApaving.com.
Yep.
And you can see all the amazing work. We've got some films coming out later this fall to show off the incredible projects you guys are working on. So thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. If you liked this episode, if you were encouraged by what Henry had to share, consider sharing it with a friend or sharing it with a coworker or somebody that you believe would be positively impacted by it. Because our goal here at Good Business is we just want to be empowering businesses to impact the world for good. And this is one way we can do that. So guys, give us a 5-star if you enjoyed the episode on Apple Podcasts. And if you are tuning in on YouTube, LinkedIn, anywhere else, would love to hit that subscribe button and like the episode and give us your thoughts. Drop a comment in the comment box below. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you guys next time on Good Business.